Hi, you guys. What's going on? It's your girl, Deonna Marie, coming to kick it with you for a minute right quick. And first of all, I know I always say right quick, and it's not right quick. So I might have to change my intro, but I probably won't. Because it's always my intention to be quick. It really is. Hi, James. How you doing, Liz? What's going on? Y'all. So I had a couple of things come through. Rodney, what's going on with you, man? So I had a couple of things, you guys. Okay, so sometimes I want to wait a little bit before I go in. Deborah, what's going on? How you doing? Okay. So I always want to try to give people a few minutes to get on. So let me holler at y'all about a couple of things. Royale, what's going on with y'all? I hope you're well. Okay, so I see a lot of y'all, not a lot. I'm just chilling, kind of, not really. You know what I mean? Really working hard, but I'm well. But I had to come on because I had to tell y'all something because y'all look, every time my glasses go off, y'all know I'm about to get deep. It is going to be deep, but let me put these mugs back on for a few minutes. Okay, so check this out for real. So let me tell y'all a couple things. So I see a lot of you guys have seen my wonderful t-shirts that I have, and for Deonna Marie and for my teen program Bink. Okay, and you guys, I appreciate your likes and everything, but let me tell you, it's a fundraiser. It's a fundraiser for my program that I dreamed up. I dreamed up one day, and it was a made-up fantasy, and it was a made-up word, to be honest with you. And now it's a teen program where I go into at-risk schools. So my vision is, and always has been, at-risk teens, because I was once one myself. And so the program is designed to for me to tell them my story of redemption and hope. And Natalie, how you doing? What's going on? And I really like I said, I was an at-risk teen myself. So I tell them, I feel y'all. I understand what's going on for real. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they go to school, they might read a book or two, and that don't mean that they know what's going on for real in some of the homes of our children. What they go home to and what they don't go home to. Sometimes they don't go home to a bed. They go home to a floor. They don't go home to someone who loves them and lifting them up. They're going home to someone who beats them and tells them they won't be anything every day. See, we don't know what these kids are going through, but I had a little taste of many of their realities. So I know. And it's almost as if I can look at the individual one and just tell you, really what's going on, because I've lived it. It's not that I know so much and that I have all this education, which I do, to back it up, but I've lived it, you see. So it gives me a whole different perspective on the realities of what is going on in some of the homes and our minds of our teens today, our leaders of tomorrow. And so I tell them my story, but then because I'm a classical singer, and there's it's not a big, I guess you don't meet a African American opera singer every day. So I go and I sing for them, and I introduce language. But then I'm like, man, it'd be so dope if I let them rap, because they have so much self-expression. There's so many things that the teens want to say, and so many people that don't really understand what they're saying or what they're really saying, what the message is behind the words. But you see, I do. And so I wanted to create a program where I can go in and let them spit and let them, no rules. And then I collaborate with them, and I sing classical music against the and I don't even want to say against the opera. I think I make it dance. I think I make the I guess the well-poised woman dance with the rapper, if you will. And it's a beautiful thing. And so not only are I wanted to demystify classical music to our teens, because just like I thought it was just something that white people did, and And it was something like in one of those countries, like over there. For real, you know how we do. One of those countries over there, whatever. Got nothing to do with me, you know. And so I want to demystify it, and then put y'all so crazy, demystify it. But so I'm giving them a story of hope, and I'm giving them, introducing them to classical music in a different kind of way, and then I'm introducing classical music to it, if that makes sense to you. So a lot of times the teachers, I've had a lot of teachers come up to me after the program and tell me, I actually heard what they said this time. I thought it was some junk. Hi, Nikisha, how you doing? What's going on? I thought that it wasn't, I thought it was some junk. I didn't want to hear it. It was noise to me. But again, something about it with dancing with the classical music, they begin to hear what the teens are saying, and they begin to dance with the infinite possibilities within them, and as they understand more and more the kids that they service, if that makes sense. So that was my I wanted to use my music, I wanted to use my behavioral therapy, and I wanted to use my experience and my love for the leaders of tomorrow. So then Bink was birthed. So that's what my teen program is. If you have not liked Bink, please go and like my Bink page, and I will make sure that we put a link down. This is something that I made up. This was a dream that I thought was just something I just made up. Never did I think a decade later it would become something and I would become so passionate about it. So I said all that to say, if you see that I have t-shirts for sale, please buy one. Like, it'd be really helpful for me, but really for the program. It really helps offset some of the costs, so I can go to many schools as possible, and as many teens as possible can experience this this new thing, this experience Bink, and so it's a fundraiser. It's something, it's maybe some coffee, maybe you'll sacrifice or something, or maybe you want to donate $2 or $5. Like, I would appreciate that. They would appreciate that. It's something that, yes, is a dream of mine, but we help each other to manifest our dreams. We pitch in one by one. You sacrifice a Big Mac, you sacrifice that Coke, or that for someone else, to help build someone else. And if we did that, as one by one, as a society, and make different sacrifices for each other, we all, because there's room for us all at the top, you see, but we need each other to get there. We need each other to so we can lift somebody else up. It's never all about me. I am an entrepreneur, and I work very hard every day to not only get Bink out there, and but Deonna Marie, the gift of voice. I am a voice teacher. I am a speaker. And so it's different things that I do every day to go after my dream, to go after the things that that I saw when I was a little girl. I saw now, I don't know what your story is, okay? I don't know what it is, and I don't even know if you do dream. But let me tell you some of the things that I used to dream about, that I know now that I'm older, it just trips me out, that I'm beginning to recognize my dreams, and how my dreams are now manifesting into a reality, and how vivid my dreams were. So as a child, I knew I was super dramatic. I know, like, I knew it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew that my father told me that I was always posing for the camera. He said, oh, you will always do that. And I used to tell you, Rory, how you doing? What's going on? Thanks for stopping by. My father used to tell me that I used to always kind of be in the mirror and posing and all this kind of stuff. And the funny thing is, like, I didn't even have any self-esteem. And not that I can remember from, I can remember probably age 7 to 30 something, at least. I didn't have the self-esteem that maybe people thought that I had. I really didn't, like, none. So it's so funny that, when he tells me that now, I'm like, wow, right? Okay. So then I guess I kind of liked cameras, and I liked singing when I saw stages and stuff. And I said, oh, I could do that. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I didn't even know I could even sing at the time when I saw these things, but I did, right? And then I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I would totally like to act too. Because, like, I'm a natural, you know what I'm saying? And I love, like, facial expressions. I love the body. I love different things. So, okay, right? Now, these are the things that I kind of just dreamed about, right? And I was telling my friend today, like, oh, my God, can you imagine me having a kid? We were talking about some of my friends with kids, and she said, oh, my gosh, or my sister, like, they have kids that are teenagers that are like my age, and I'm like, ugh. Even though I love teens, like we're like, but to have my own, I'm like, no, thank you, And so she said, where do you think you would be if you had a teenager right now? And I was like, well, definitely not doing what I'm doing right now. I said I'll probably just only focus on being a parent. And then, she was like, well, Is that a cop-out? Is that a cop-out? Because you're a parent, you don't get to dream? You're not supposed to dream? I'm like, no, but she said, so, and I'm like, dang, it was kind of deep. I was like, no, but, ooh, I was like, that's good. So, which birthed this whole talk about dreaming. A lot of people, I've realized, and it bothers me, the amount of people that don't dream. It's one thing not to go after your dream, right? That's a whole nother talk. Like, we're not gonna even like touch that right now. I'm talking about the people that don't dream at all. Wow. Like, I talked to several people this week that, like, men and women and just different ages, and they're just like, yeah, I don't really dream. I don't have anything. I'm like, well, what do you want to do? Like, what do you aspire to do? What do you want? They're like, I don't know. It's like, you don't think about it. And it's so deep to me how I'm so glad that you're here. Like, I want you guys to know that dreams are meant to be caught. Okay? But in order to catch a dream, you have to catch a dream. In order to catch it, you have to dream. You have to dream. You see, you don't get to not dream because you had children. You don't get to, I'm so sorry. You don't get to do that because, see, your children have to have someone to, where they might not understand right now that you are not at the game, or you're not here or there, but you're going to take that bar exam so you can so they can live the best life that you have for them, so they can see that it's effortless, or not effortless, but it's hard work to go after something that you love. But they need to see that you going after something that they love, that you love, because it's an example. See, children generally do what you do. You have to understand that. You have to understand it, because, see, it was at one time, because I'm going to lay it on real thick right quick. It was one time that I saw my mother do drugs, and so that's what I end up doing. Do you think I grew up with parents that struggle with drug addiction and said, oh, I want to get up and I'm going to grow up and do that too? I can't wait to grow up so I can. Do you think? Okay, so, because let's be realistic. No. But see, it's something about we do what our parents do. We do what we see. So sometimes why it's important for you to be there. And I'm talking about parents right now, but I'm going somewhere else right now. It's important that you be there, and yes, but it's also important that you show them balance, and that you show them that you can do anything that you want, and you might have to work hard, because it really is hard work, but you can do it. They have to see that They have to see that. So we can't get that misconstrued, and not dream and not have a vision for ourselves. Because see, it goes beyond that. That's why I have so much respect for mothers in general, because that's a hard job. I don't want to feed my cat half the time. Just saying. I'm just busy, and I really don't know why you're circling around me telling me that I'm hungry. And I mean, I'm being honest. So just being a mother itself, I see. And Nakisha just said, and I know I'm stopping this thought, but Nakisha just said something that pulled me out. It's so important that they do more than me. Then you have to show them. Then you have to raise the bar for them to do more than you. Do you want them to do more at the level that you're on? And I'm not saying anybody. I'm just saying, is the level that you on okay for them to just step above that? Or do you want to raise the bar super high for them so they have something even higher to reach for? It's really important. And while I understand exactly what you're saying, I'm talking from a perspective of someone that's your age, that 30-something. I know, right? I know you can barely tell. Anyways, that has no children, but I have a whole nother perspective that you won't have. Just like I have a perspective that, and so it's just important to kind of just and just consider it. Just consider it. Just because you got married to the man of your dreams or to the woman of your dreams, and you wanted to lay under them all the time because you just wanted to be with them because that's the person that you've always dreamed of, and you just want to spend all your waking moments with them. I understand love. I get it a little bit. I think I do. But you can't lose yourself in love with another person. It doesn't mean that you don't have something bigger than this relationship to fulfill. It doesn't mean that you settle with this job and settle with being with him or her and not even allowing yourself to dream. Maya, how you doing? What's going on? To allow yourself to dream because you are booed up, if you will. Because see, the thing is, that's all the children, the husband or wife, the partner, the things, the stuff that we like, the cars and that's all extra stuff, you see, because the whole purpose is to fulfill your purpose. Anything else is extra. And a lot of times we take our extra and we give our all the extra. No longer thinking about our purpose in this life. It's more than a wife or a husband. It's more than children. Sometimes your children will take you to slap some people in the path of exactly what they're supposed to be doing. For example, my sister has I have an autistic nephew, and I have a nephew that has cerebral palsy, and so both mothers, from both of my sisters, are very active in this area of expertise. They can tell you about it, and one of my sister works on a national level to be a parent advocate. Okay, so sometimes our children will catapult us to something bigger than what we're really supposed to do. Because had she not had him, then maybe she wouldn't know the importance of her advocacy for children with special needs. Hi, Ronald. How you doing? What's going on? So you see, we don't get to have children, get married, and then turn off our dream. Because see, there's a purpose. Don't get misconstrued what you got extra for what you're supposed to do with your life. Because I promise you that a lot of times we get our extras as an incentive, or maybe as a way to get us to where we're supposed to go. But a lot of times we become complacent, you see. A lot of times we become okay being clothed in mediocrity, you see. And that's not okay. So because I talked to a couple of people, and I realized of all ages, you see, because I spoke to hundreds of teens last week when I was in my stay in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where I'm originally from, and it really bothered me, but I didn't say anything to you at the time. The amount of children that I spoke with, and I haven't even talked about that yet, because I've been really thinking about how I want to. But I will say, it bothered me the amount of teenagers that didn't have a dream. They didn't have a dream. Because maybe they're living with their parents. Some of them are living with their parents. I talked to a couple that's living in a foster home. I talked to, and their parents is, you get caught up working and taking care of children. And so then you lose sight of your dream. And because your children don't see you dreaming, then they don't have anybody that's constant, you see, that's that's telling them to dream, that's showing them what dreams look like and going after them. That is what the impact is. That is what. So it was all kind of situations. But it was the majority of them. 95% of them didn't. When I spoke to them, I didn't speak to all the hundreds of them, but of the ones that I spoke with, they didn't have a dream. Oh, but then I talked to a couple other adult people in their 30s and 40s, when I went home, even 50s, and I was talking to them and I was asking them the important question, what is your purpose? What is it that you want to do, you see? And they didn't, they were like, oh no, I'm cool. Like, I'm good. Like, what do you mean? So, and then I had some more conversations this week even, and in the last week, of people that don't have a dream outside of their relationship or outside of their children or outside of, and wait a minute, whoa. So I had to come on because I had to tell you guys. And if you're in the Oklahoma City area, I have a friend, Ryan Blair Flair, who is a person that helps you to identify your dreams, capture your dreams. And she has an event March 11th at 2:00. You guys, it's an event. You go to church and you go here for the rest of the day, because it's full of motivation, and you have a dream board. She helps you to get a dream board and get those dreams out so you can make them a reality. It's very important that you see your dreams. It's important that you allow yourself to visualize your dreams, you see. Because if you don't, you not only run at risk of not fulfilling what your purpose is in this life. You run at risk of maybe your children or people that you're around not doing it as well, because energy captures energy, you see. We're all balls of energy, and so you are who you are around, period. I mean, that's just it. Think about it. Think about yourself. Who do you hang around? If you hang around this kind of person or that kind of person, or sometimes you hang by yourself and you ain't shit by yourself. Pardon my French, just saying. And so you are who you hang around, and that's why it's so important that when it's such an impactful time in our teenagers' lives and our children's lives, that they see what it is you want them to do, so they will reach higher even than you, and they have a good look of what it looks like, the sacrifice, what it looks like, the not sleeping, and the endless nights of studying and building your brand and figuring that out and all that. Then they get to see that, so they have somewhere to go. I think it's important that you allow yourself to dream, because we live in a society that tells you not to. We live in a society that tells you that you'll never be as perfect as these models. You'll never have the following that this person has. You don't have what it takes to sing or to be, and I'm talking about singing because I sing, or rather it's take pictures or whatever it is that you do for these type of people. So you might as well just settle for mediocrity. But see, hi Tammy, how you doing? What's going on? But it's so important, you see. It's so important to know that you have something to do too. outside of your children, outside of your relationship, outside of anything in your life. You have something to do, and you cannot, should not, shan't not, don't do it. Don't keep doing it, blocking out the dream, the call that lives deep within inside of you, telling you what it is that you are supposed to be doing. Don't do it. Parents often, and I know I'm in on parents a lot, but a lot of people, we often don't treat ourselves because we got to pay this, we got to do that, we got to do that. But let me tell you something. You have to invest in yourself in order to get better at anything that you do. Anything that you do. So you might have to take a night class to learn how to make this recipe better if you want to cook. You might have to pay for voice lessons if you want to sing and get better and sing at a certain caliber around certain people. Then you're going to have to make a sacrifice to do that. If you want this wardrobe, you want to look like this person, or you want to feel like this, then you're going to have to make sacrifices. You can cut corners somewhere else to get what it is that you want. But you see, a lot of people don't even want to invest in themselves because, and I wondered why, but they don't believe in themselves. That's what it is, because they forgot to dream. While you are sleeping, did you forget to dream? It's so important. It's so important, Miss Calhoun. How you doing? What's going on? Like, it's so important that, Sean, hey, how you doing? It's so important that we dream. It's so important that when you sleep, you allow yourself to dream, because it's so easy to cut off your dream. It's so easy not to dream because we are shuffled around with the mundane things in life. You see, working, you got school, you got your life is full of stuff. So where do you have time to dream? But see, you have this is where the purposeful thinking and the purposeful words and the purposeful pauses in your day take place. And this is where they're important, because you have to remind yourself, thank you, that you matter and that you're more than a wife. I'm more than a girlfriend. I'm more than a husband. I'm more than a boyfriend. I'm more than a mother. Yeah, that's just extra stuff. And like I said, like, go ahead, because I don't know if I could do it. I just don't think that I was designed to do that. Not at this time. Okay. Okay. But it doesn't give you an excuse not to reach higher. You just got more to do. Sorry. But you don't get to not do what you were born to do and use this as an excuse. No, I'm so sorry. You can't do that. I just came to give you the message. You know, I went to this dream print last year with Ryan Blair Flair. I went and it was such a wonderful event. And not because I always create dream boards and stuff and vision boards, because it's important that I don't know, it's something about even making it for me. When I get to think about, because at the time I'm thinking about what it is that I really want. Specifically, because you only got so much room. And so when you have so much room, you begin to be very creative with the way you put things and the way, and sometimes I look at a vision board from last year, and some of the things from last year that I thought I wanted didn't make the board this year because I don't want it any longer and didn't know how it made the board in the first place, because it's not who I am. Not because you evolve, you see. You evolve, and you should anyway. But that takes time, and that pregnant pauses, and that stop, and that vision board, and stuff like that. This is why this stuff comes to play. So, in my vision board, I get to say stuff like, and it makes me do things that I'm afraid to do. You know what I'm saying? So you have to see it. So I did want to support Ryan Blair Flair, and I wanted to go to this vision board. And let me let you know, I'm not getting paid for this. This is not like a paid sponsor. She didn't give me anything. She just, I just believe in vision, and I love the way she brings it out. So when I believe in something, like, I'll push it. It doesn't matter who it is, because it's just something I believe in, and I think it's something that is great. So ladies, if you want to go and thinking about your dreams, it's an investment of $50. It's an event. It's cute too. So you eat, you get lots of different speakers and motivators will be there from the Oklahoma City area. And then you make your own dream print, you make your own vision board, and it's so awesome. And it's going to be denim. And so we did put some links there if you want to. I am telling you, it's worth it. You are worth it. Stop not investing in yourself because you don't want to spend the money. Because let me tell you something. The people that did a lot of the work that it takes, like for example, for me, like I didn't just become a vocal coach and just say I'm a vocal coach. I studied for 10 years. Okay. I have 3 degrees in vocal performance, and I also went through a vocal surgery, and I had to learn how to speak all over again, which gave me a whole nother skill set because I went and studied that as well, pathology and so forth. I also have degrees in and certifications in behavioral therapy. So this is the thing, like nothing that, and I have the PhD in hard knocks in life because I've seen some things. I've been through some things, but through the grace of God, I tell you that my dreams did not die. There's times that I want to quit today because you get tired of certain things. You get frustrated. It's hard. It's just hard. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying that you can't afford not to go after your dream or because you have an assignment and you get in trouble, you see. It's like going to bury your talents and God comes back and you say, I got what you, but I had kids. I married the woman of my dream and we had kids and we raised a great family. But what about what you are supposed to do? See that you see what I'm saying? How don't get it twisted that you don't have something to do as an individual, because I don't care what age you are. You're still here. Because you're not done yet. You're not done yet. So dream. I don't care if you're 40, 30, 40, 50. People say, like, you know what, Deonna Marie, like, I went to jail for 10 years and that's all. They ain't gonna let me get a job. What? Come on out of here. What? You can't let anything stop you. Nothing, because it's all, you know, and this is the thing, and I just want to, and I'm not going to keep y'all long. I'm really not. I just want y'all to understand. If you're watching this and you're here, we have to support each other. What might seem small to you is a big feat to somebody else. And we don't stop enough to think about that, because we're clothed and wrapped up in all the stuff that we have to do. We forget what's important. We forget what's important, and we don't pay attention to what's important. And it's just, it's annoying, really. Because it's really a waste of life, you see. Because it's bigger than what a lot of people see. It's much bigger than that. And until we change the way we think, and then begin to go after our dream, then, or even allow yourself to dream, okay? You have to allow yourself to dream in order to even get a dream to catch. And is it hard? Yes. Will you want to quit? Hell yes. Because it almost seems easier, you know, like, real talk, like I said, I'm an entrepreneur. Some days it seems easier. Like, I don't want to, first of all, I'm getting out of it. And being an entrepreneur is really helping me, and I'm telling on myself. But I'm kind of like prideful. I don't like asking for help. I want people to do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to ask people, hey, you know, donate here or do that. No, I don't want to do that, because I feel like if people wanted to, they just would. So I don't want to, even though it would help me. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm good on that, for real. Do you know what I'm saying? But I can't let my pride stand in the way of my dream, because it's bigger than me. So when I ask y'all to check out my t-shirts and buy a t-shirt, and it that kills me to do, because I know 90% of y'all not gonna do it, and it's okay, it's fine, but it's very hard for me. So maybe that's what maybe I have to get past that and do it anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, and then you know how deep that gets? Because like I said, I have teenagers that I know this program, hundreds of them already, that it's already touched, and it's thousands waiting to be touched by it. And so I know that even for my dream and yours too, if we all stick together, is so many more people that can be reached that's much more bigger than us. Do you know what I'm saying? So anyways, I really wanted to tell y'all to dream. I dare you. I double dog dare you. I really do. And if you need help to do that, check out Ryan Blair Flair and Dream Print, March 11th. Here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and it is an event. You will get motivated. You will see your dream. You will identify deeper who you are and your purpose, and it's a beautiful thing. And if you're not in Oklahoma City, find one and a group of people that do this in your area, because it's people out there, you guys, that's just like you, who really don't know what to do, where to go, and they're just looking for people just like me and you to support them so they can see their dream clearly. I dare you to allow yourself to dream again, because you're worth it. And you have to believe that whatever happens or whatever is supposed to happen will. You can't always go by and get caught up in your emotions by what you see, because there's a lot going on behind the scenes that you don't see. And you're worth it. Identify your dreams and go after it with vigor. Because if you see it, it's supposed to be. Period. You're not just seeing it just because you're like crazy. I mean, some of y'all crazy. I know I am. I know I'm touched, okay? But you know, you just have to dream it and believe it. And allow yourself to do so, because you're worth it. So, I love you guys. And I just wanted to say that. And yeah. So anyway, if you want to, you can check out, my goal is to get 500 subscribers. I wanted 5,000 last year. I put on my vision board last year 5,000 subscribers, but I didn't get 5 at the end of the year. So I was like, let me bring that down some to a more realistic goal. Even though I think 5,000 people would definitely benefit from these talks and maybe hearing me sing and just all kinds of things that I have on my channel. But that was maybe a little bit overzealous. So this year I put 500. Okay, I'm at 59 so far, so I'm really excited about that, because I think I was at 14 or something. So I'm really happy. It's building slowly. But if you want to like my YouTube channel, it'd be really awesome to see you over there. And it'd just be really cool. So love you guys, and we'll talk another time. Okay, I'll holla. That's all.